Morning, everybody. This is Carl giving you a latest update. I'm sorry it's been so long since last time I updated. Last time I updated, I was in Atlanta. I was waiting for a new trainer. I got one. It's been a very busy week since then. I left Atlanta on the 6th, last Saturday. From there, I took a bus to Memphis, Tennessee, where I met up with my trainer. He's a really cool cat. I dig him a lot. Once I got to Memphis, Tennessee, and met up with my trainer, I settled into the truck. We talked for a few minutes, and then we were gone within like 2 hours, maybe 3, headed to Knoxville. From Knoxville, we went back to Dahlonega, Georgia. And from Dahlonega, Georgia, we went to Coldwater, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois, New Jersey, Tampa, Florida, where we are right now, which is Phoenix, Arizona. So it's been pretty much nonstop. Drive to a load, drop it off, pick up the next one, drive to the next place, drop it off, pick up the next one. For the first couple of days, it was me basically doing all the driving and my instructor observing me and giving me tips and helping me out. And then once he felt comfortable enough to let me drive on my own, which has been the last 3 nights, we split the shifts and the truck's moving about 20 to 22 hours a day. Either he's driving or I'm driving, the other one is sleeping. So it's been a really, really long week. I expect my first real paycheck to be nice. Now we just dropped off our last load. We don't have another assignment. It's Sunday afternoon. We're not going to get another assignment until tomorrow early morning, maybe, if we're lucky. Probably more like tomorrow afternoon. That's pretty much how it is. My instructor, he's a pretty cool cat. He's certainly ornery and rough around the edges, like you might expect a truck driver instructor to be. But he's always got a kind word and a smile for anybody he meets. He actually knows how to instruct. I don't think he's had any formal training in it, but I think he's just naturally good at it. He's extraordinarily patient with me, which is huge considering how much I screw up. Although I can tell he gets frustrated with me from time to time. And he's very, very skilled. And he definitely knows what he's talking about. It's a huge improvement from the last guy. I feel that I'm actually learning something. I don't feel like it's a hostile environment. Yeah, it's a little rough sometimes, but it's truck driving. 80,000 pounds of vehicle and you're driving through traffic. You need to be, it's serious business. You need to pay attention and be serious. We had an incident a couple nights ago. I'm trying to remember where we were at. It was late at night. He was just taking over for me, and I hadn't gone back into the sleeper yet. But we're going down some interstate. There's this pickup that's got some flashing lights on it, and it's riding on 2 rims. Left side tires have both been blown out, and they're flopping around, and he's riding on rims. He's just weaving in and out. He's going from the left lane to the right lane, staying in a center, taking up both lanes, and going like 35 miles an hour on an interstate. So he was definitely a hazard, and he must have been drunk. We called it in on the CB. After about 20 miles of following this guy, the cops couldn't get to him because he crossed such a traffic jam behind us, they couldn't get in front of him. So they had to kind of set a trap there for him. But eventually 6 cop cars were waiting for him, and we kept on going. But he did not end up having a good night, I'll tell you that. My driving is getting better. My shifting still needs a lot of work, but it's slowly starting to come together. I've done some night driving. I've done some driving in snowy, poor conditions. Not so poor I had to go off the road, but poor enough where I had to be careful of ice, and I had to, take precautions because of visibility and what. Did a little bit of mountain driving, a little bit of city driving. Downtown Jersey is not fun. No, sir. It was insanely difficult. We did an in-city route there while we were waiting for our next load. 15 miles, and it felt like it took 3 hours. It took us 45 minutes to get from point A to point B. It was just the most stressful time I've had since I've been doing this. And I don't know how many times I almost hit something. My trainer, he was cool. He got forceful when he needed to, but when he didn't need to, he was calm and cool and collected. At the end of it, he kind of laughed at me. He wasn't really laughing at me. He was like, I reminded him of when he first started off, how difficult it was, and now he's been doing it for 20 years, and it's a piece of cake to him. But yeah, everybody has to have a first time. Everybody has to have that learning curve. He actually picked the most difficult route, so I would have that experience. We had some really good scenery driving through the different states. Didn't really get much chance to enjoy it. Arizona, we're getting a little bit more of a chance to. It's kind of funny. Less than a week ago, we were driving through snow and like 20-degree weather, and now we're sitting here in sun, and in the 70s, and in the sun it's hotter. So it's just kind of weird. It's just, you're traveling the entire country. You're going to get it all. But that's really about it. I hope everybody's doing well. I will make another post as soon as I can. As long as I'm driving with this guy, it's probably only going to be about once a week. We'll post when we can. Other than that, everybody take care. Peace. I miss you. And we'll talk later. Bye.